man that we have loved getting to chat with because he is a game changer. This dude's been in the sports media game for a long time. He's been the face of it for a long time. He is literally what a lot of people are trying to emulate on a day-to-day basis, but he is the original. He's an author. He's a stallion. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah! There he is.
Hell yeah.
How we doing?
What's up, Steve?
What's going on? Steve.
Mr. Smith, how are you?
Man, nice shoes.
Sharp.
Good. You too.
Okay, here we go.
Look at you with props and everything. This is awesome.
The whole
Holy
thing.
hell, this is what happens when Stephen A. shows up. Look at this. I don't know if we can get this camera to turn around. I think we should be able to. Let me go ahead and turn that thing. Look at this crew that is currently here for Stephen A.
Wow.
Smith. Look at what goes down when you show up. This is your life, Stephen A. Just everybody says, we need
Million people.
to see Stephen A. and, hold on, the Subway series.
Yes, sir.
What is this, Stephen?
Man, they got me. Listen, I'm not used to having to promote stuff, believe it or not, but I love doing this right now. They've got me here in attendance Super Bowl week, asking me to engage in a trivia game. Trivia game. So I got a trivia game for y'all as well. And since you can't be here, for those of you who are not here, you can go to subway.com.
Okay.
All right, and you can play the game yourself. Okay, because that's what I got going on right now.
You're hosting
Trivia
a show here?
I'm hosting a trivia game. A trivia game this afternoon where I'm going to compete with some of the fans for the new Subway Series menu.
You are?
I'm me. I'm showing
Stephen
up.
A., you got every job on earth, and now you're a host of games, a trivia game host?
It's just a day. It's just a day. That's all. I'm trying to be where Pat McAfee's at.
No,
I'm trying to
no.
be where Pat McAfee's at. That's what I'm trying to do, fellas.
They
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pull that off. You know what I'm
They
saying?
ain't ever put me in a position to be asking anybody any trivia questions about.
Please. All right, I got one for you. You ready for
Oh, this is right now?
Right now.
Hold on. Can we get a thought of like what it could be about? We
Yeah.
like the game plan. We didn't know this was happening.
Trust me, it's a football. It's a football question.
All right,
Okay,
boys.
okay,
Let's
okay.
go, boys.
Here we go.
Football question,
mouth,
right?
mind mouth.
Right,
mouth.
we're trying
We
to
gotta
level
beat-
up the Super Bowl experience. That's
Who
what we're
wrote
trying
the
to
question? Subway?
do. Subway.
All
Are
right,
you ready?
so we got to think from their frame.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
Danger,
Adam
Danger
Vinatieri.
Witch. Danger Witch.
Danger Witch. Yes.
Yep.
How many
Boom.
AP Defensive Player of the Year awards has J.J. Watt won in his career?
Boom.
3, 6, 8, or 10?
I believe it's unanimous. And the only reason why we know this is because TJ won, and then TJ had to talk shit about how many JJ won
Bingo.
right in his face.
That's right.
The answer is 3.
You all right?
Come on!
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
No.
Subway, suck it. How about
You
it?
beat him. You beat him. You beat him.
How
Well,
many
you know what
questions
they-
you been asking?
Excuse me?
How many questions you been asking?
I've been asking like 8 to 10 questions.
Whoa.
People get them right? Most of the people get them right?
Half the time.
Do you dunk on them if they get it wrong? How'd you
No,
get it? Do
no,
you do any
no,
of that?
No, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
No.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. I spend far too much time slicing and dicing people up. You want to show my nice side. I want to show my nice
Oh,
side.
babyface Stephen A. Yeah. Heel. Hey, let's talk about your last couple of days.
Yeah, man.
Because the NBA, is cooking currently.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving gets traded
Yeah.
out of Brooklyn
Yeah.
to Dallas. They get a big win last night.
Yep,
He's
with
leading
him,
scorer, I
Yep.
believe.
Yeah.
Luka was out, so they're able to kind of
Yep.
maybe one and change. And you obviously cut a promo on Kyrie, and the world reacts to it. How do you see that all going in the future with you and Kyrie? What do you think? Like he wins? Do you ever see you coming full?
Kyrie, listen, here's the deal.
Just your coverage of him.
Here's the deal. It doesn't matter how I feel about you. I'm always going to be fair, and I'm always going to be objective. You ain't worth my paper. So my attitude is that even if I don't like your ass, I'm still going to be fair. Now, me and Kyrie have our differences that I don't think will ever be settled. He knows why. It's personal. I'm not going to say why. But that doesn't stop me. That doesn't stop me from looking at him and saying he's a phenomenal player. By the way, you'll appreciate this because I've been wanting to tell you this. I've been having to tell people this the last couple of days. They can't seem like they can comprehend it. There's a difference between superstar players and superstars. Tim Duncan was a superstar. Okay? He's a superstar player, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He went on the court. He was the best at what he did as a power forward. He won 5 championships, blah. Kyrie Irving is a superstar.
Okay.
You walk through the turnstiles to watch him play.
Blockbuster.
That's who he is. So in that regard, Kyrie Irving pays for himself. Kyrie Irving is a sensational basketball player, a person that I think is worth $50 million a year in today's NBA economy. but you can't pay him more than 1 year at a time because you can't trust that he's going to show up to work. Literally, over the last 3 years in Brooklyn, you literally walk through the loading dock area at times if you were a reporter to see if he would get off the bus because you never knew when he was going to play. And I'm talking about, I don't feel like playing today. Hell, I ain't come here to play without KD. He out this week, I'm out this week. I don't feel like doing that. Right now, I'm just traumatized by the riots at the Capitol in January 6, 2021. So I'm going to take 2 weeks off. Oh, by the way,
so this is
I'm so traumatized that I'm going to party with my family, which was in violation of security protocols by the NBA, which gave him additional time off. This kind of stuff happens. And so because of that, you can't invest in him long term because he made those decisions because he didn't have to worry about his bag.
Gotcha.
But now he's in the final year of his deal.
Those things are all true, what you just said there? Just
Everything.
like, hey, I don't want to play today. I'm not going to play today. And that's been documented and everything?
Absolutely. I mean, at one time, he was literally taking players. After Steve Nash, the former coach, would conduct the practice, he would go and take players out of the locker room and bring them back on the basketball court to talk about what plays they should run.
Very interesting. Obviously, it didn't work out there in Brooklyn for Kyrie or KD, who's now in Arizona. This was being talked about last year, right? And then there was a rap concert where they all hung out. Harden, Kevin Durant, and Cy.
Yeah.
I believe Cy was
was
there. Their owner was there. And they get back on the same page. There was allegedly a coach or me. Now we're a year later. Kyrie asked for a trade. Kevin Durant gets traded. That's bananas. He's got 4 years left on a max?
Three after the season.
So including this year, 4 years left on a max contract, and he's out of there. So Brooklyn just said, fuck it?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened. They said enough's enough. I personally think, even though Mikal Bridges is a very, very good player, I personally believe you don't lose the caliber of player of KD and Kyrie and not get one single All-Star back in return. That's me. But at the end of the day, you're Brooklyn, and it was so chaotic. It was such a mess that you made the decision that I'm going to get in a multitude of players, multitude of picks, and we're just going to start over. And that's what it is. And at the end of the day, how much worse can you do? KD, Kyrie, and James Harden was there. KD and Kyrie for 3.5 years. They have one playoff series victory to show for them.
Yeah, the fourth.
But according to him, that was doing his job. Did you hear Kyrie yesterday?
I saw your promo.
I did my job.
What'd you start doing?
He said, I did
Fourth?
I
You
did
lost
my
your
job.
mind.
We were in fourth place. I was like, really? That's what you did? Did you tell him that? Did you tell him that? And then the thing that kills me is that you run in a lot of these players, and you know this. You have a lot, and this is a pet peeve of mine. And I'm going to say this to your audience. What pisses me off, very few things piss me off more than when the players want to step back and they want to talk about team. Wait a minute. We know it's a team. We know you can't win by yourself. You know you can't play 1-on-5. But did you have that attitude when you went to the negotiating table and asked for your money? At that time, did you say you were 1-12?
Hey, that's interesting, right?
You didn't say you were 1-12 then. You said, no, I'm me. I'm KD. I'm Kyrie. I'm this. I'm that. This is the money I got. You Kyrie, you got 136 million. You KD, you got 198 million. Now, in KD's defense, the brother always comes to play. The only time he's out is when he's legitimately injured. KD is a baller all day, every day.
Dog.
Kyrie is a sensational talent who happens to ball when he wants to, but has so many other things that he's preoccupied by that basketball ain't the priority it should be at times that it should be.
Got it.
But the check keeps coming.
Yeah. It's always hard whenever it's somebody's job, too, and whenever somebody's being paid well. Now, they're being paid well because they've earned that money, and there's money coming in, so they are due money that they've earned for other people and everything like that. But it's tough to feel bad for a lot of guys.
That's right.
And I think that is something that certainly shows up in the NBA more so than any other sport. We know you're running out of time. AJ definitely has a question for you. So do the boys, Mr. Stephen S.
That was interesting hearing you talk about Kyrie and how you feel about him, but you can still praise him and say he's a superstar on the court. Why do you think a lot of fans, well, if they don't like a guy, they instantly write him off and, this guy's a terrible player too, and they can't get over that, their personal feelings?
Because personal animus towards people can tend to get in the way, particularly if you don't have a professional mindset. I don't dislike nor hate Kyrie. I dislike the bullshit he does from time to time. I can say that about you. We're not friends and still be fair.
Got it.
You understand? We ain't having Thanksgiving dinner together. We ain't exchanging Christmas gifts. You got your job to do. I got my job to do. You go out and play. I chronicle it. Period. Have a nice day. But the fans, they're emotionally invested, and what they want from you is to know that there's an emotional investment that comes in. Why do you think they love this guy so much? Because they see passion.
They don't.
And they're going like this. Well, here's the deal. You see a passion, and the passion that you exhibit matches the passion they want from you.
Yeah.
And so you're good. They want the same thing in a player. They don't want to see a player like that. Think about this. If a player sits out there and he goes out there, you go to see the player play, and they go out there and they get their ass kicked. When you watch a fan, one of the first things that pisses them off is when they see you smiling.
Yeah.
And laughing like it meant nothing to you.
Hey, that's
Wait
tough,
a minute.
though.
Did I come? Yeah. Did I come here? I want to know that it hurts you.
You care
just as much as it hurts me.
Yeah.
That's what they're asking for.
Yeah, and some of those things are a little bit impossible to deal with because, like, you're humans as well.
Yep.
I've seen somebody get caught laughing, but what they were saying is,
that's true.
This is the worst night of your fucking life.
That's
and
right.
it's like almost like, this is the worst night of my life.
That's true.
And it can be construed differently.
Absolutely.
But you're right. If it feels like the person that you're cheering for doesn't care anywhere near as much as you do,
that's right.
Easy way to kind of check out.
You're going to dismiss them and you're going to despise them to some degree because you've emotionally invested in them when you believe they should be more emotionally invested because of the money that they're getting paid and what they signed up
How's
to
NBA
do.
going? NBA is going good, right?
I think so.
Hey, you guys do a lot of NBA talk.
Well, damn right.
You do a lot.
Well, that's what I do.
No, I'm being serious though. Like,
I am being
because
serious.
the NFL, like our show, the NFL hogs our show. A lot of the show is on TV every single day. NFL is everything. You guys are like where we watch and pretty much learn
digest our basketball.
You're like an NBA show, I think.
I will tell you, believe it or not.
First Take has become
the person I would give props to for that is Skip Bayless. Because when Skip Bayless recruited me to come on First Take in 2012, he's like, we got football. Football's king. But then once football is done, it plummets. He said there's only one person that everybody clues in to hear about the NBA. It's you. I need you. And when I came on board, the ratings didn't flow, didn't dissipate. Once NBA season kicked in and football season was over.
Got it.
So that's what happened with that, and I remembered that, and I just held on to that belief, and I've been exercising it ever since.
Yeah, you guys spend real time on it every single day.
Yeah.
We watch it, we're like, all right, that's a lot of time, and it's great combo.
That's right.
I mean, it always draws a reaction. Twitter is where the NBA world lives.
Well, I don't know about that. It's Twitter, it's Instagram, it's everywhere. I mean, the fact of the matter is but it's all contingent on stuff that's really, really happening. I don't give a damn.
Crushes on Twitter, dude.
Huh?
NBA crushes
so good
on Twitter.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that it's not the only place.
No, yeah. Completely understand.
And I'm just saying that, when you look at the NBA in and of itself, it's the individual. In football, the sport is marketed. But in basketball, the individual is marketed. And so when you can draw an attachment to that superstar that's resonating, whoever they may be, then it does work for you.
Yeah, and that's why all those guys are worth every dollar they get. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah,
Stephen.
speaking of all that kind of stuff, Stephen A., how kind of crazy was it this week when LeBron actually breaks the scoring record and you kind of have to digest that with all the, whether people like him or not, all the shit that's been said about him? Do you think we'll ever see anyone like him again? Like, will that record ever be broken? And also, do you think the Lakers, like them getting rid of Westbrook and getting these guys back, like, is the takeaway from them this season going to be that LeBron broke the record, or do you think they're going to make a push towards the playoffs?
Well, I will say that, first of all, to answer the second question first, they're going to make a push towards the playoffs. I think the moves that were made, acquiring D'Angelo Russell, acquiring this kid Vanderbilt, who's a defensive wizard at 6'9" and can defend on the perimeter, acquiring Malik Beasley, both Malik Beasley and D'Angelo Russell can shoot three-point shots. You spread the floor.
Those are the good LeBron teams.
That's right. You spread the floor. You spread the floor. You let LeBron run the show, and you pray beyond prayer that Anthony Davis could stay healthy. The other thing about them was that they had to trade Russell Westbrook because even though I was pleased with what I was seeing from him coming off the bench and being selfless, the fact is that there was a lot of noise about him being a problem in the locker room. And when he got into that argument with Darvin Ham on the night that LeBron was about to break the record, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That's why you saw Anthony Davis on the bench, and he didn't seem to be enjoying LeBron moment because just a few minutes earlier in the locker room, Russell Westbrook purportedly had gotten into an argument with Darvin Ham that really escalated to some degree and kind of deflated things. So they knew they had to make it. I think the Lakers will make a push. I think the Lakers, you can't dismiss LeBron and AD in a playoff series with nothing to lose. The play-in game is different. You one and done, and if you're a 9th or 10th seed, You're except the 8 seed, 2 and done. But at the end of the day, if you get into that playoffs, the best 4 of 7 series with
you
LeBron,
got to beat him 4
plot,
times.
You got to beat him 4 times.
That's a lot. That's a lot of times for LeBron to
lot.
get to know you. And we've seen him obviously in the playoffs all the way up until last year. And if they were to stink yet again and not do the playoffs, because what was it, a couple weeks ago, he scored 40, had his knees iced, I think his head, and he's sitting on the bench. A ball almost hits him in the face. He doesn't even move. He's just so fucking disgusting. They're down like 25 points, I think, at that point. It's like, what more can this guy do? Obviously, he broke the record. I'm excited to watch it all unfold. Stephen A., we can't thank you enough for joining us. The book, how's it doing? How's the book?
This week, just yesterday, I learned it made the New York Times bestseller list for the third consecutive year. It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. You go to straightshooterbook.com to get the book. So I'm really happy about it. Kind of surprised, believe it or not, because I talked a lot about my personal life to some degree, which I never do. If it was sports, it would be different because I think that I can swing for the fences with that. I didn't expect this, but I am happy and I'm humbled that everybody seems to be so supportive of it.
Hell
and
yeah.
thank you, by the way, because you were helpful as well.
Hey, no problem, man. Congratulations on all the hard work paying off.
That's right, man.
It's a story worthy of listening to.
Thank you, bro.
Man who's worked his ass off to get to the top of the sports media. Straight shooter. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen A. Smith.
Hey,
Hey, don't bring those bitch-ass trivia questions next time.
Yeah, come on.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
I'm bringing to you what they gave to me.
We're joking. We're going to take a 2-minute break here. We can't thank you enough. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes. Who knows what's next? We can't thank you enough for joining us. This is the Pat McAfee Show live from Radio Row. Take 5.